New tonight, President Trump is issuing a strong denial against accusations that he forced himself on advice columnist E. Jean Carroll at a department store 20 years ago. Carroll makes the allegations in a just-released New York Magazine article, and in an explosive interview Friday with NBC News, Carroll described the incident.
I had a run-in with the president in a dressing room in Bergdorf's. I fought. It was shocking. It was against my will.
In the article, she provides more details, writing, "The moment the dressing room door is closed, he lunges at me, pushes me against the wall, hitting my head quite badly, and puts his mouth against my lips." She continues, "I am so shocked, I shove him back and start laughing again. He seizes both my arms and pushes me up against the wall a second time, and as I become aware of how large he is, he holds me against the wall with his shoulder and jams his hand under my coat dress and pulls down my tights." She goes on to describe a graphic assault which does include penetration. The president says, "I've never met this person in my life," adding, "Shame on those who make up false stories of assault to try to get publicity for themselves or sell a book or carry out a political agenda." Despite Trump saying they never met, Carroll published a picture showing her chatting with Trump during a holiday party in the 1980s. And New York Magazine says they reached out to Carroll's two friends who corroborated that she did disclose the alleged attack at the time. Trump says the story is made up and, quote, "should be sold in the fiction section." CNN has reached out to Carroll, but she is yet to respond. The editor who worked on this piece, New York Magazine's features director, Genevieve Smith, joins us now. Welcome, Genevieve. Did you have any hesitation about publishing this account by E. Jean Carroll?
I don't know if I would call it hesitation, but it was obviously something that we thought about a lot. We looked at it every angle. We did everything that we could to corroborate the parts that were possible to corroborate. It certainly wasn't something that we took lightly.
In what way did you corroborate the story or try to vet?
So we did talk to the two women that she says that she told at the time. They were able to corroborate that they do remember being told that at the time. They also provided details of the conversation that she hadn't written about that they remembered. And then we also reached out to Bergdorf to see if there was any possibility that they had preserved tapes or anything from that time. They hadn't, which is a huge shock. But then the other thing is that it's in light of many other similar accusations, and we did consider it in the timeline of those other accusations, and it does come in a period in the mid-90s where there are several accusations around the same time.
So why not publish the names of the women who corroborated her story?
That's between E. Jean and her friends, and it's their private decision, and we know who they are, we talk to them, and that's up to them.
Now, of course, there are multiple accusations in this piece, not just, President Trump is one of the people who's named. She names a number of high-profile people as well. But would you have published this story had the lightning rod name of Donald Trump not been attached to it?
Absolutely. I really think we would. I don't know if it would get the attention that it's getting, but it is a heart-wrenching and beautiful memoir that talks about her life in relation to men throughout her entire life. When she tells this story, it's contextualized among all these encounters that she's had from the time she was a child. So I certainly think it would be worth publishing her account with or without this particular story.
Thank you, Genevieve.
Thank you.
Democrats are